To become quick-witted and entertaining as a person, there's some quick things that you can add to your conversation to make that amazing. This first one is very similar to what movies refer to as the fourth wall, which really keeps things fast and interesting.
To read a caption. I mean, really, who wants to read a caption? Can we be real? Like, you see, you do? Okay, that's actually really good to know. That's good to know.
Like we do. We
And
want
when
to
you
read your
speak,
captions.
then it's true.
Can you see that he was really focused on the present conversation? And then out of nowhere, suddenly he breaks to a conversation to someone else that is outside of the frame. And what really makes this effective is that you are including something that is completely unexpected to be included within the original conversation.
Pastry or donut or celery juice was one of them. Yeah, but it wasn't. You know, it was celery mixed with something else that was green.
It keeps people thinking about your next move. If you like what you're seeing so far, hit that like button. Now, something else you can also use to kind of keep people on their toes is using the third person thought.
By anyone involved, but once we realize like, oh, in a way, it's like this show Gossip Girl is having a conversation with this show, you know, and
can you see that he's almost talking from like a general voice as someone that's actually looking towards his conversation, almost like a third person, and having that as an observation. And again, this is unexpected and interesting because this is a new perspective and opinion he is introducing to this conversation.
We're watching not because I needed this sort of gratification of a lot of viewers, but more like, okay, it makes sense. You know, it makes sense what we're doing.
You can use this to kind of switch up the format in which that you are talking and constantly keep things fresh and interesting. I also made a more in-depth video on wittiness and intelligence, so you can check that out if you want to. Now, another thing that you can do to keep things witty is by inserting a little by the way.
Her parents they like come from the avant-garde and dressed like me right now, I suppose. And I was just, you know.
You saw the slight extra detail that he kind of just slipped in there to give the conversation a touch of humor. That's kind of like a, hey, by the way.
Body after killing. Cleans up? Not sure about that language. Was it the most gruesome scene? Because he puts him in a meat grinder, by the way. Was it the most gruesome scene?
In a sense, it's almost like a reality TV dialogue that you kind of just insert a little detail or commentary throughout the conversation and then gives the conversation more color and depth.
Or how to, which is, you know, like a lot of us. And do you think that he's found that with... No. No. They both kill people, okay? How could that be?
Now this last one, it might be the most effective technique. Depends on how you use it. And this is the tone contrast.
Do nothing but look up, and the entire crew behind the camera goes, oh, whoa, man, that is phenomenal. That is so creepy. And I did nothing.
Only focusing on his tone, it went normal, high, and then quickly back to normal, making what he's saying a lot more interesting because he is capturing and pointing the audience's attention into certain segments of what he's talking about.
Problematic.
Obstacle.
Like people must say to you, I love you on you.
I just get you! And it's accurate. I mean, that's true.
So if you can vary the tone of your voice, even just by a little bit from time to time, it really keeps what you're saying a lot more dynamic. So let me know in the comments on which one of these that you really liked. And then hopped over if you want to actually see more videos, and you can kind of select from the ones on the screen.